Tell your friends, share it. Be sure to follow us at Fury Fighting. Just wait for the voices in my head to tell me to go. Be sure to catch our good friend Mike the Truth Jackson on UFC Fight Night. It's on ESPN on April 23rd.
I am AJ Hoffman, he is Mike Alexander. We're continuing our coverage of Fury FC 56 live from Cowboys in San Antonio. Swing bouts coming your way. We've got 5 fights left on the card. Just got through a fantastic main event where Jesse Butler may have punched his ticket to the UFC, Mike. But let's get this thing kicked off with our man Wayne Leggett in the cage.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Aaron Patterson.
We're about to find out for guys like Aaron Patterson, who's 1-0. You know, we talked about adversity for some, like on the early prelims, we were talking about, oh, your gloves aren't wrapped when it's time to go. How does that throw you off? Aaron Patterson was supposed to be the 5th fight on the card tonight, and he's coming out 12th. He probably warmed up, got way cooled down. We're going to see how he responds and how the rest of the fighters on this card respond, because they're all in that boat.
Yeah, Aaron Patterson, 21 years old, just turned 21 a couple of weeks ago. So
we'll
see, we'll see how this affects him, how he comes out in here, because you're right. You know, these guys were probably warmed up, probably sweating, and then told, hey, we're swinging you to the late bouts. And it only really affects this first fight. The other ones probably weren't quite warmed up yet. They might have been gloved up, but they weren't warmed up yet. So it'll be interesting to see here.
Please welcome to the red corner, Jordan Pluton.
Here we go, Jordan Pluton making his way down the shadow. Last fought last May for Fury Fighting Championships. Hasn't had a lot of success in the cage, which is surprising when you see this guy is such a specimen.
Yeah, he's got the tools, got wrestling, he's got everything you think. Just hasn't been able to put it together.
Yeah, I mean, he's lost to some tough opponents, Michael Laswell, Josh Rosen, and Nico Kamasong. But, I mean, all three very good guys with winning records. But, yeah, just a surprising. I know he's anxious to get that first win on his record here, but fighting another very tough guy in his 4th fight. That just doesn't make sense that this guy's 0-3. It just, whenever you see him in the cage even, it just doesn't make sense. His skill level is way above that.
And maybe there's some positive regression coming his way. It's entirely possible. But it's also, some guys are never able to put it fully together, even when you've got all the tools.
Yeah.
It's one thing to have all the tools. It's another to put them all together and have success as a fighter.
Yeah, and we've been around a long time, AJ, and we've seen this time and time again where guys have all the tools, and for whatever reason, it just doesn't work. They can't put it together because of what's between their ears, or they can't put it together because of injuries from sports that they played earlier in their life, or, you know, it's just, there's all kinds of reasons.
Big age difference. It's the first thing that pops off the screen for you. 12 years the younger is Aaron Patterson. About the same weight, but a big 6-inch height advantage for Patterson and a 13-inch reach advantage for the younger Patterson.
Yeah, I'm looking at Aaron Patterson's arms, and they're like down to his knees.
Yeah.
He's got very, very long arms.
Yeah, this is a 6'1" featherweight. That is a rarity.
Yeah, especially.
The following contest, brought to you by BOUTS.com, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury FC Featherweight Division. Introducing your first competitor, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 145.2 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, he holds a professional record of 1 win, no losses. This is Aaron Patterson. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, and he weighed in at 144.6 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas tonight, he seeks his first professional victory. This is the Shadow, Jordan Bluton. Your referee in charge of the action, Jay Staffen.
Here we go, Patterson and Bluton underway. Touch him up.
Yeah, Patterson looks much, much taller now that they're in the center of the cage together.
You heard Wayne say Patterson's 6'1" and Bluton's 5'10". I'm going to go with one of those numbers is inaccurate.
Yeah, Bluton's probably closer to 5'8", or.
Yeah, I think either Wayne is just lying for someone, or someone lied to Wayne.
Yeah,
Wayne isn't a known liar. I do know that. Whoa, big takedown here by Bluton.
Yeah, Jordan Bluton with a good start so far.
Oh, boy. Brings him over to his corner, dumps him. I'm telling you, the physicality of Bluton is, it's just unreal.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. And, you know, it's one of those things where I can't see his face, but I'm looking for things. Like, is he holding his breath whenever he's doing this? Is it causing him to run out of gas or whatever? Because the athletic specimen that he is, and then you just saw what kind of wrestler he is. I mean, he's got a lot of good attributes. But again, we don't want to take anything away from the competition he's fought. He's fought some very good competition. Got his hands full again here with Aaron Patterson.
Uh-oh, Jordan Bluton trying to take the back here.
Got both hooks now.
Nope.
Nice scramble. Aaron Patterson with a kind of a scoot-in takedown there.
Uh-oh. Got the neck here. This is deep.
Yeah, and he's got a
tapped.
Really nice.
That's it. Jordan Bluton gets his first win.
Jordan Bluton with 2 3/4 of a back flip to celebrate his victory, but gets his first win by choke.
There it is.
There he goes. Finally able to land it.
Aaron Patterson looks really disappointed. I want to see this choke again. I think he kind of panic tapped.
I think he did too. I don't think this was all the way in, but Jordan starts out the fight very well. Able to close the distance. Took him over like a good fighter should. Take him over. Let's get him in my corner so I can hear my coaching.
Yeah, I want to see this finish again because, like, he looks disappointed. Like he knows that he thought maybe he just freaked out a little bit.
Yeah, you've got that high, and yeah, he's got his legs. And
because Bluton was still adjusting. Like,
yeah, not Yeah, not a probably regrets tapping to that. Probably freaked out a little bit, may have held his breath and thought he was running out of air. But if he just relaxed a little bit, he was scrambling pretty hard in that first round. He kind of had that scoot in, tried to take his back, and it didn't work.
And it's easy for us to say it was a panic tap because we're not the ones getting choked, but it's a strong guy.
Yeah, I mean, I panic every time I get choked.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes 1 minute, 58 seconds into the very first round, declaring your winner by submission due to a guillotine, the Shadow, Jordan Bluton.
Ready to go? I'm ready to get the hell out of here. Yeah. Are you too? I'm ready. I need to eat something before I hit the road.
Please welcome to the blue corner, James Neville.
James Neville making his way to the cage for a middleweight bout.
Yeah, James Neville, 31 years old, 6 foot tall. Only one pro fight under his belt so far. Fought that fight 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, in November of 2019. Lost his debut to Elijah Robley Jr. by TKO in round 3. Who he also lost to in his amateur debut. So he lost his amateur debut and his pro debut to the same guy. This guy was 10-2 as an amateur. Most of his amateur wins are by submission. So he's been fighting since 2012. So the guy's been around the block, knows what he's doing. See if he can put it together in here against Zachary Borrego.
James cranked up the walkout music a bit.
They did. They turned it up a little louder. The sound must not be as good on Facebook. James Netflix Neville. When you see the tail of the tape, you'll see him throwing out some karate chops. See if he's able to get some devastating karate in today.
Welcome to the red corner, Zach Borrego.
Zach Borrego's got a follow in here tonight.
Yeah, Zach Borrego standing 6'2", 25 years old. Last fight was in November of 21. That was his last amateur fight. Fights here out of San Antonio, DKA. He was 3-3 as an amateur. All 3 wins as an amateur are finishes. And then 2 of his 3 losses are where he was finished. So this guy, you know, he's willing to take some chances. This guy's been competing his whole life. He's a lifelong martial artist, competed in the Junior Olympics. Got silver in Taekwondo. Played Division II football at Angelo State. Traditional martial arts background. His father owned a karate school for 20+ years.
Here's the tail of the tape. 6'2" Borrego, 6 foot tall James Neville, 6 years older James Neville, 78-inch reach for Neville, 74-inch for Borrego. Borrego breaks weight by 1.5 pounds.
Yeah, Borrego coming in, you know, he told me that he worked on his ground game a lot. Lost his last amateur fight because he felt like he just neglected the ground game altogether. Again, it's not something you can neglect anymore. Back in the old days, 10 years ago, you used to be able to come in here and be one-dimensional if you were absolutely world-class at it. But if not, these days, you just can't come in here without a ground game of some sort.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest brought to you by SheathUnderwear.com is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury FC middleweight division. Introducing your first competitor, fighting out of the blue corner, This mixed martial artist stands 6 feet tall, and he weighed in officially at 185.4 pounds. Fighting out of Richmond, Virginia tonight, he seeks his first professional victory. This is James Netflix Neville.
Netflix Neville.
And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This striker stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, and he weighed in at 187.6 pounds. Fighting out of the south side of San Antonio, Texas, tonight he makes his professional debut. This is Zach the Dragon Borrego. Your referee in charge of the action, Frank Colazzo.
Here we go, Borrego and excuse me, I was going to call him Netflix. Neville.
You can call him Netflix.
Yeah.
He prefers it, I think. And he pronounced his last name Neville.
Oh, okay.
So Netflix Neville.
Coop
Rhymes
Neville.
with net chicks and Netflix and chill. That's how he put it to me anyways. Zachary Borrego, you can see with that conventional karate stance as he closes the distance there.
Stays so far away until he wants to strike, and then he gets right back out.
Yeah, in and out of the pocket.
It's rare that you see it work in MMA, but it has. I mean, Lyoto Machida is the guy that everybody will always talk about, but there's been other guys who can do it. It's just, it's not a style that is easy to translate.
Yeah, it's... Let's see what, I'm not exactly sure what happened there.
You got a little tap, little cup tap.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a deserved break there. Definitely hit on the cup.
And a lot of times, guys that come from a point fighting background, when their chin is really tested, you know, it's a different world when someone's trying to touch you to score versus someone trying to touch you to knock you out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, nice shot
kick
there by
right to
Borrego.
Netflix in a little bit of trouble here. Borrego thought about going for that guillotine. Just raining punches down. Ooh, big shots.
Oh, he stopped it. Oh, I don't like that stoppage.
Yeah, why did he stop it? He was attacking his leg. I don't really understand that. I mean, good for Zachary Borrego, but
that's, yeah,
I thought that was an early stoppage for sure. And I think the referee even knows he may have stopped it a little early.
That's a bad call. Neville looked like he was working his way out of that, or Neville, excuse me, was working his way out of that, had worked his way out of it. That's disappointing for everyone, really.
Yeah. Hopefully these guys watch these fights afterwards and realize their mistakes, whether they can say it publicly or not. They'll realize their mistakes and correct them, because I do think that was not a great stoppage. See Zachary Borrego with a great kick to the face. His toes kind of landed right on the chin. You see that, boom, right on the point of the chin.
And he did eat some ground and pound, but by the time the stoppage occurred, he'd recovered enough that he was like, he was escaping.
Yeah, and he was attacking and trying to get up.
No, he had gotten up.
Yeah, you can see the referee telling him there. You can see he's telling him he's got to do something, but hey, it's gotten to his feet.
That's just an I hate that.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Frank Colazzo stops this one 1 minute, 26 seconds into the very first round. Declaring your winner by TKO, Zach the Dragon Borrego.
Yeah, that's a mistake. No other way to put it. Congrats to Zach Borrego. I mean, it's a win is a win, certainly, and he was in control of that fight, but that's the wrong call.
Yeah, the striking was too much.
This isn't an amateur fight.
Yeah, the striking was too much, and, you know, I know he doesn't want to win that way.
Amateur fights, you can see that being stopped, and we talked about that earlier. We had a few on Facebook earlier where you don't get the benefit of the doubt, but it's a pro level. I mean, it's not like Neville was on his way out. I mean, it was never anything like that, so that's a miscall.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the blue corner, Vic Gonzalez.
Victor Gonzalez, 29 years old, Del Fuego, fighting out of Las Cruces, New Mexico at Stillwater Jiu-Jitsu Academy. Pro record is 1-4. Lost his last 2 fights to strikes. His sole win is over Justin Weaver in 37 seconds of round 1. Interesting thing is this guy was 5-0 as an amateur. So undefeated as an amateur and 1-4 as a pro. Just shows you the levels, that it definitely changes levels. I think we saw that earlier with Cody Steele going from the amateurs to the pros. The definite difference.
Victor Gonzalez looking for his second pro win.
Please welcome to the red corner, Eddie Friday.
Eddie Frere with a 1-2 record. Needs no introduction here. Got a big following here.
No doubt.
Fighting out of the south side of San Antonio at Ultimate Submission Academy. Been there for 4 years. Last fight was in March of last year, 2021. Lost a decision to Paris Moran, who we'll see next week as a co-main event. One of my favorite fighters on the Fury roster. So lost a decision to Paris Moran, which makes he's very, very tough. Taking Paris Moran the distance. Paris Moran's a very good fighter.
No doubt.
Decision to Robert Rodriguez.
Paris Moran's dad is the first guy who ever beat me at jiu-jitsu.
Oh, really?
And I had a really long run as a white belt where I would not lose. And he was the first guy to beat me. And he remembers beating me. And
Remind you of it every time?
He reminds me of it every time he sees me.
Good, I'm glad. Yeah, Eddie's one win is 10 seconds into the first round, and that was his debut. So he's lost a couple fights in a row against some very tough guys.
3-inch height advantage for Gonzalez, but a 2-inch reach advantage for Frere. San Antonio, baby.
Yeah, Frere feeding off this energy from that crowd.
The following contest, brought to you by Space City Collective, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury FC Flyweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This strong-style mixed martial artist stands 5 feet, 6 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 125.6 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, tonight he seeks his second professional victory. This is Victor Del Fuego Gonzalez.
The hometown crowd not giving love to the Houston guy.
Yeah.
Across the cage,
No love till it's over.
This freestyle fighter representing the Ultimate Submission Academy stands 5 feet, 3 inches tall, and he weighed in at a perfect 125 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas. Tonight, he too seeks his second professional victory. This is High Def Eddie Friday. Your referee in charge of the action, Joel Ojeda.
Hopefully they'll give Joel these last 2 fights. The last referee might need a break.
No glove touch. Put the hand up, he gets kicked in the leg for it. That's it.
Another big knockout.
Wow.
Eddie Frere with another big knockout.
Oh,
Looked a lot like our main event. from the UFC Fight Pass card.
Yeah, Victor Gonzalez arguing his case to the referee after he tried to sweep the referee.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt he was out before he hit the ground. We need to see that again.
Let's see the highlights. That, I don't even know what the official time was.
It had to be 15 seconds.
I don't think it was 15. Here it comes.
Yeah, Victor Gonzalez, ooh, big right hand right over the top, and you can see he was out before he touched the ground. Here we go, big right hand, right over the top. Lands right on the button. His head was all the way back. Yeah, big knockout from Eddie Frere. And we've seen a couple of those tonight.
Knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes 12 seconds into the very first round, declaring your winner by knockout, by death, Eddie Frere.
Not much to say other than wow. What a punch by Eddie Frere. I don't know which the knockout of the night is if we had to choose one.
Yeah, I still think that Jesse
Butler in the main event, wow.
Yeah, considering the opponent, I think we had to give it to Jesse Butler so far, but that's a huge knockout. Victor Gonzalez is walking out of the cage still disputing that stoppage, but he'll go back and see that one, and he'll understand exactly what we saw and what they saw in the reason of the stop. Good stoppage by the referee.
No doubt a good stoppage by the referee.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Ben Wilford.
Here we go, Ben Wilford, 29 years old.
Ben Wilford makes his way to the cage for our last fight of the night.
Yeah, born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, fighting out of Cleveland, Ohio from Strong Style Fight Team. Last fight was in November of 2021 at Fury 53. This guy was 6-1 as an amateur. He won his debut by decision. But his amateur wins, he's won just about every way. He's gone the distance a few times, won by guillotine and armbar. He's been fighting since 2016, so that's a long time to fight, you know, for 3 years as an amateur, especially whenever you're winning that much. And especially at 29 years old, I'm surprised he stayed an amateur that long. Typically, you know, if they're over 25, they feel like their biological clock is ticking as far as fighting goes. Ben Wilford only standing at 5'2" but he's got a great wrestling game.
Please welcome to the red corner, Drake Lopez.
The blind stares of a million pairs of eyes, looking hard before realize that they will never see the peace.
Drake Lopez making his MMA debut tonight.
Maybe ill-advised wearing the UFC Venom shorts on his UFC debut. I mean, kudos to him. I'm sure he's a big fan of the UFC, but it takes a lot of cojones to wear those UFC shorts out for your UFC or for your Fury debut. And he's one of those guys, only 25 years old. And like I said, it must have felt like his clock was ticking because he only had 2 amateur fights and he was 1-0-1.
Drake Lopez 21, Wilford 29. Missed weight by 0.2 pounds did Drake Lopez. 2 inches taller, 8-inch reach advantage though by Lopez.
I'm sure Lopez is happy to being 5'5" to finally have an opponent that's shorter than him. Even at 125, we've seen some tall guys tonight.
We have.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest brought to you by SheathUnderwear.com is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury FC Flyweight Division and is your final swing bout of the evening. Introducing your first competitor fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet, 3 inches tall, and he weighed in at 125.2 pounds. Fighting out of Independence, Ohio, by way of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, he owns a professional record of 1 win, no losses. This is Ben, the Mudbug, Wilford.
Mudbug.
And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, and he weighed in at 126.2 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, tonight he makes his professional debut. This is Drake Lopez. Your referee in charge of the action, Jay Staffen.
Here we go, Wilford and Lopez in our final fight of the night. Wilford comes out with a kick, countered by an overhand right. Neither one of them connect.
Yeah, watch Wilford. He's going to want to close this distance. He's going to get, especially if he takes a few punches, he's going to want to get this fight to the ground as quickly as possible.
Maybe going to look for it against the fence here.
Yeah, Wilford being the shorter fighter, it's a little easier. Oh, nice knee from the clinch there.
Wilford reached up to try to go for a guillotine. Tough when you're his size.
Yeah, Lopez keeps catching him with those knees. Wilford on the break there, able to land that right hand. Lopez says, bring it on. Ooh, knocked the stuffing out of his glove, it looked like.
Say, yeah.
Confetti on him or something.
Oh, good inside leg kick. Some good shots there, too.
And immediately goes to that wrestling. Got his head in perfect position, grabbing that bottom foot, isolating one leg.
Lopez has a hold of an arm, trying to at least maybe work it to sweep here. We've seen that happen tonight already. Loses it, and now Wilford in the top half. And almost passed there, and then now he looks like he's going to be back into full guard.
Yeah, the cage was kind of in his way there, not able to pass to that side. He's trying to pass on the right side, and Lopez has kind of a short arm bar here.
Yeah, I don't think he has anything, and Wilford gets back in.
Yeah, he's got it again there.
Lost it.
Oh, I think he thought he tapped. I think he thought he tapped and
I mean, he's
stopped.
talking to the ref.
Yeah, I think he thought he tapped, so he stopped. You cannot stop. If that arm breaks, it breaks. You have to keep going until the referee pulls you. Maybe a mistake there on Drew Lopez's part.
Maybe so. Drake Lopez, the first arm bar was no good. He switched quickly to a second one. Looking for it again.
Yeah, Ben Wilford may have gotten lucky there because that arm was fully extended.
Did you see a tap? I didn't see one.
I didn't see it.
But his reaction certainly seemed like, and maybe we'll get the truck to give us a look at that between rounds.
They're probably asleep.
I wouldn't doubt it. I know. Yeah, they've checked out. Wayne's checked out.
Yeah, Ben Wilford on top now, trying to unlace that lockdown that he's got. There's actually a submission from that spot. If you put your foot flat on the ground and go ahead and stand up. Very difficult to do with those short limbs. Z Lopez trying to throw some punches there, but he may be better off just saving himself and just staying in that spot and not doing anything. More likely the referee would stand you up, I would think. Ben Wilford with a nice knee there. Lopez in that southpaw stance. Now switches back to a conventional stance. Throwing some heavy punches there. They're just not
Wilford
quite
with another
landing.
takedown. That's a good takedown there, too, into side control.
Yeah, Wilford's got that arm snaked around, too. He's going to try to get him to go to his side. If he goes to his left hip, he's going to be in real trouble here. Does the right thing going the opposite way, but...
Nope, had to give it up.
I had that Darce choke blocked up there for a second. Ooh, nice Kimura.
Oh, yeah, he's got that pretty good.
Lopez showing some submission chops here.
Yeah.
Very good ground game so far from Lopez. Ben Wilford may want to rethink this, trying to take this fight to the ground. He's almost been finished here a couple of times. Ooh, there's that Kimura again. Ben Wilford doing a good job. Now he's got the straight arm bar. Ben doing a good job of keeping his body in position.
Can't let that leg get over his face. Good job by Wilford getting, but now he's got to be careful of the triangle.
Yeah, Lopez showing some nice submissions.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's the kind of submissions that you're going from a position where you're getting beat up, which are, you know, you can catch someone by surprise, but it also means you're getting beat up.
Yeah.
Here come the highlights. We'll see if we can see the
yeah, Ben Wilford coming in.
Tap.
Yeah, Ben Wilford trying to close the space there, trying to get his arms around Lopez. Not able to do it. Lopez being very aggressive with his striking on the feet. Not able to land much, but Ben Wilford mixing it up well. Comes to that position, switches it around. Here's that armbar transition. Fully extended out. I think he thought right there that he tapped on his leg.
No, I didn't see a tap.
I didn't see a tap there either. And it was very difficult for Lopez to be able to see anything from there, but he did have that arm extended out. And you see right there, I think he thought he tapped, but there was nothing even close to a tap.
No, that's not a tap. So if he's mad about that, he's wrong.
Yeah.
But that's a good job by Wilford. And like you said anyway, you don't let go. You don't let go until the referee makes you let go.
Yeah, I mean, you get used to that in training. And, you know, of course, that's exactly the way you want to do it in training, because it's not worth it to extend your training partner's arm out in the sense that you didn't know if they tapped or not. But in here...
You're a nicer training partner than I am, Mike.
Well, I'm not saying I do it. Nice leg kick there from Lopez.
See how Wilford decides to get it to the ground this time. I think you realize there's danger down there, but I also think he feels confident he can navigate around it.
Yeah, I just noticed, look at Lopez's ears. He's been around jiu-jitsu and wrestling for a while.
Oh, good uppercut.
A very nice uppercut. Kind of a flying kick there. I think he wanted a knee. And when Wilford made some distance between them, he just kind of threw his foot out there.
Got to be careful here because he could get himself tapped out here.
Yeah, Wilford pushing down with that pressure with that right shoulder.
Oh, now that's a nice little sweep.
Yeah, beautiful transition there for Lopez. As you see, Lopez can probably stand up with him. I was going to say deliver some knees. He looks like he tried that. Wilford did a good job of creating space there.
Good inside leg kick from Wilford.
About 3.5 minutes left in this round, and good back and forth so far.
You know, Drake Lopez seems like he may be the more comfortable guy on the feet, but on the ground, he's obviously very proficient. It's just if Wilford can get that top control, he's got some real good top game, and he's looking for it here. Wow, that's a nice takedown into top half. That's about best case scenario for him.
Yeah, Wilford winning this fight with his wrestling. I don't know how they'll see it. I mean, I don't know if he is winning this fight, but the positions that he's winning, he's doing it with wrestling.
And that's a takedown that didn't put his neck in danger, didn't put his arm in danger. That's exactly the kind of takedown he was hoping for.
Yeah, Wilford now trying to secure that crucifix.
Yeah, and I mean, this is a dominant position.
Yeah.
This isn't a guy like, you know, holding on to legs and not doing anything. This is a guy who's got, you know, advancing position, and he does need to start either hunting for a submission or doing some damage, though.
Yeah, Lopez doing a good job of grabbing both of those hands right above the gloves from this position so he can't dole out any damage.
But now you're counting on a stand-up, which have been either few and far between tonight, or when they have happened, they were wrong.
Yeah.
2 minutes left in round 2. Oh, he just rolled him right into that crucifix there.
And you got to remember, this is a terrible position in the pro ranks because you can throw those elbows from here, and they are devastating most of the time.
And remember, this is Drake Lopez's pro debut. He's never been in a fight where you can get elbowed in the face.
Yeah.
That changes a lot.
Yeah, Wilford doing a good job of isolating that arm, wants to get him over onto that left hip. And if he's able to do that like he did, he almost went to it. He was able to clear the arm by staying flat on his back.
Yeah, you can tell that's a go-to move for Wilford. He's tried to set it up a couple times.
Yeah, Lopez for a debut is really savvy to what's going on in there. Undoubtedly knows what he's doing on the ground. Yeah, Lopez very aware of everything that's going on in there. His coach is encouraging him to stand up, but not an easy task when you got somebody riding you like this that's got a good wrestling background.
Right.
And this is fine with Ben Wilford. He's taking very little damage. He's isolated that arm now. He's got a triangle there. He's going to see if he can get his arm underneath that arm, and he's going to pull that Kimura. That's a very, very tight Kimura, and that's finished. Man, very tactical finish by Ben Wilford. Take a look at this. Ben Wilford, this is kind of the tail of the fight. Lopez was kind of winning the striking exchanges for the most part. Ben Wilford wanting to close that distance, get in there as much as he can and get this fight to the ground. Lopez doing a good job of sweeping there, reversing. Not able to hold the position for very long, though. Wilford again gets that body lock, gets in tight, able to get down to the ground and be on top. Good transitions, way to stay loose there from Ben Wilford, gets in a dominant position. Kind of surprising that he went to that step over triangle from the top and then isolates that arm, gets his arm underneath, locks up that Kimura. Not much you can do from that position.
He was almost in like an inverted triangle. There was a lot of stuff going wrong there.
Yeah, big win. Nice win for Ben Wilford.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes 4 minutes, 22 seconds into round number 2. Declaring your winner by submission due to a Kimura, Ben the Mudbug Wilford.
All right, that'll do it for Fury FC 56 on Friday. Back on Fight Pass, well, actually first on Facebook and then on Fight Pass, 6 p.m. Central. You're going to get Fury FC 57 live from Humble, Texas. UFC weekend down there in Houston. Going to be a fantastic card. We've got a great main event. Mike, always a pleasure working with you, my man. Thanks to everybody here at Fury. Great show once again, San Antonio. We will see you guys next time.